So I was looking at the stock market today, which was for another day in a row in a good-sized nosedive, and had lost around 300 points by, I guess it was noon in East Coast time. It had lost a substantial amount, and somewhere along the day there, it popped right back up. It seems like it does that most days. What do I know about stock markets? Very little. But I was looking at forums and came across a comment about everybody's talking about the pumping. They're pumping the stock market, and so they're propping it up. Well, then one person mentioned, how did it jump up 100 points with no volume of trading in 5 minutes? I think that's pretty damning. I might not know what I'm talking about, but I can't see how, without any volume, how the market would pop up 100 points in 5 minutes. That's logical, unless of course there were greedy little hands in there. And they were talking about how the algorithms are running the show, and the guys that were in this chat or comment section were very happy. They were making a lot of money off of this, and it appeared that they knew when the algorithm was going to do this. So yeah, you could make a lot of money if you knew exactly when this was going to happen. So it's like they had the algorithm's number. But that said, that really means that all of these days where you just don't have any reason for the stock market to suddenly go up, or for the Dow to suddenly go up, why is it going up? It seems to be propped up every day or every few days. If it starts to go down severely, pops right back up. Well, you can only prop something up for so long before it falls hard. So what are we looking at here? And I mean, it's obvious why somebody would do this. I'm not going to say that I know it's Trump and his crew doing this, but this is exactly the tactic somebody would use to make sure they get reelected, not have the market die on them beforehand. If they're doing that, that means as soon as he or anybody were to get in office afterward, it comes tumbling down hard on everybody. I don't know what that looks like, and I don't think anybody does. But between that and them pumping money into the banks because the banks are not getting any new deposits, another big red flag. They're not getting any new money in. So that means what? Income is down, or savings is down, or all of the above. Whatever it is, it's not good. It means cash flows come to a halt because they're pumping unprecedented numbers into these banks right now, every day. They're not able to make their minimum balance every day, which is 10% of people's deposits. So they're not getting new deposits. That can't be a good market as they say it is. And this normal up and down, flat, goes up a little, goes down a little. This is all bullshit. That's not reflecting what the real market is actually doing. So everything says it's being manipulated. I can't see it any other way. But if anybody's watching this who knows better than I would like to know. Thanks. Take care. And the other thing that happened was that Trump actually, he either threatened to or said that he was going to kick China off the stock market. He probably tweeted it. Anyways, that's when the market took a 600-point dive yesterday. I swear he's betting on what he does with the market. That's just his way of doing things. I can't imagine him not rigging his power to make him money with the stock market, because every time he tweets he can affect the stocks. Makes sense. Is that inside trading? Probably not, because that's his own ideas. I don't know, uncharted territory for sitting presidents to tweet and affect the markets. Good Lord. So we're in a dive and we don't know it, because it looks like the stock market's kind of flatlining in general across the averages, although it hasn't bounced back from yesterday yet. I imagine tomorrow it will, just because that's how the algorithm seems to be set up, to level it right back out so that it looks like everything's hunky-dory. But when the banks are hemorrhaging to the point where they have to take on extra cash every single night for weeks, which one night used to be really, really rare. I mean, this is so unprecedented that I'm so shocked that the news not even really paying attention to it, because they're acting like it's not a big deal. But it really means that they have no cash. They have no cash for a reason. What is the reason? I don't know, but they're not talking about it. That's concerning. It's silent. That's concerning. So, again, if you have money in the market, I would be very cautious, because we're in for a big dive. And it might even be till after the elections. That's kind of what this is designed to do, most likely. So maybe you can get wealthy in the meantime, but it's a hell of a gamble. But I would put your money out of the big banks, because they're having big, big problems. And this is what happened before the Lehman Brothers crash of 2007 or 2008. You know, the last big crash. This is what happened before, but it only happened on a really small scale comparatively. So what does that mean? I don't know. It means something, I think. What could it mean? Well, how could it not mean something? Is what I'm trying. I don't know. Good luck.
This means something.